G'day and welcome back. Say, ladies, have you ever looked over at your man who's quietly building a model in the corner and thought to yourself, I wonder what the voices in his head sound like right about now? Well, sit back and get comfortable, because you're about to find out, here on Das Hobby Haus. G'day guys and welcome to another episode of Das Hobby Haus. I'm Greg.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Aquan.
And here we are guys at Andrew's Hobbies here in Ravenhall. How you guys been? What's going on? What's on the bench? What's going on?
We are pretty good.
Yeah, look, I went to work every day, and then I went to bed every day, and then I played COD every day, and that's my life right now.
COD,
yeah.
that's all you crazy kids are doing now.
Yeah, why aren't you? Go get it. Go get the
I
game.
should. I was going to put an Aquapay,
Yeah,
but
you can now.
no, I can.
Yeah, you
Well,
can.
okay. Aquapay it is. Aquapay COD.
Yeah, fine by me, as long as
Okay.
you're playing.
Well, the week's been pretty good. Been busy at work, but great to be here on a Saturday just to hang out with you guys. So
Nice,
Yeah.
sweetie.
Oh, we
Yeah.
said sweet for the end, not the start.
that's right. But
Oh,
I've been
fun.
playing COD as well,
Okay.
which is pretty good. I
two
wish
out of
somebody had it so we can play together.
Hey, but Red Dead's still a thing.
What? Barely.
Yeah.
It really isn't. But hey, you know,
Hey, 3-time money for naturalist, because that's what you love. Yeah. What a...
why adding me right now?
What a cooked situation that game is. Oh,
I'm sorry.
It makes me sad.
This
This is Red Dead Redemption, right?
I'm still talking like it's 2019.
Wow.
Back in the good times.
Dude, we went at that game
Oh, yeah.
hard
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning.
As much as everyone plays COD, we were playing Red Dead
4 a.m, birds were chirping.
on a weekday.
Oh, my Lord. But now it's
Yeah.
COD. Now all you crazy
I remember
kids are
going
playing
to
COD.
work and my eyes were just shot
Oh,
because
sounds
I
like you
didn't
need some
sleep
C4.
playing Red Dead.
Yeah, you should have had pre-workout.
Well,
You could have been like,
And then we played Red Dead again that night. I was just gone.
Hey guys, have you guys played Red Dead?
yeah, but I found that like going to bed late, playing COD, it keeps you awake. And then it's like, oh, let me just chuck on some Red Dead, put me to sleep. Because riding around on a horse in the middle of the countryside with a wagon, compared to like running around shooting everything that moves, you know?
Oh yeah, it's
it
like
keeps
your
you up.
brain's just active. Yeah,
Mhm.
whereas it's not mellowed down. But when you play Red Dead, it's like you could take things easy. You could,
Fall asleep behind the horse, you know?
yeah.
So do you guys like play the COD, right? And go, oh, I wish I could make this into it. Is there vehicles in COD?
Oh,
Can you?
I've
COD?
seen some.
I know Battlefield's got.
I've never
Battlefield
gotten into
had
it.
Tanks.
Oh well, it's just a new game for me, so I haven't really gotten into too much into Call of Duty. But
but for say the new one, they don't have a lot of vehicles. They got, oh no, they have one that I want, the MRAP. That's in the game.
no, the MRAP.
I want the
cool.
MRAP kit. That thing, I see people make it and it looks sick. But
That's
it's in the
what
game.
like proper interior and everything.
Yeah, and then they always do it with like the doors open and it looks like everything's going on. It's crazy. Really expensive kit. So the game was cheaper, so I played the game.
But okay, so kit versus expense. There's a like we said, there's an interior in that. So that's
There
that's
is.
a lot of plastic real estate. So is it worth it? Do you think?
But also because what, no one
Can
else
you
makes that
forgive it?
kit.
That's true.
So it's like if you really want it, you'll pay for it. So I really
So do you
want it,
really
but
want
not that much. Like
Oh,
I want
okay.
it, but not right now. Because I know
Oh,
I
that
wouldn't
makes
start
sense.
it. And because it's the only kit of it, like it'll be there. It will just always be there.
The
until they
details
just
are
go.
great on that kit, though.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
It's
just
like
this-
if you paint it, it will look fantastic.
Especially weathered up and
That's gonna be
everything.
incredible. Diorama is.
Yeah.
It's definitely screaming to be a diorama. Diorama bait, right?
Yeah,
there.
but for some reason everything's just open.
Dio bait.
Dio bait.
Dio bait.
But how much is it retail the MRAPs?
I don't know, man.
I remember seeing one at Expo and it was like 90. Maybe there are 2 kits.
Yeah.
Because I saw 90, but then it was like 90 is a bit much.
Yeah, I really want to build one of those. They are fantastic. I mean, I've seen some kits that have been built and painted. Oh, it just inspires you to build one.
And you could weather the heck balls out of that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like you could be like, oh no, it just got blown up. It got shot at. It's just in the dust. Like
They've
in the
seen
dust
some
is the
pretty
desert. It's,
hardcore action.
The engine detail. Oh my god, it's pretty damn good.
yeah.
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 We should do it as a grip build. Everybody gets an M.
Everyone gets an MRAP. Oh well, that's an idea.
More peer pressure. See, peer pressure is just
COD and
yeah,
MRAP
Vin.
for
peer pressure
you.
for
Yeah,
you.
Vin.
Peer pressure for you.
No, it's just for you.
No, that's true.
It's 'cause-
This is why the stash is so big.
Just jump on our
Peer
train.
pressure.
Come on, man. Come on.
You know what else has trains? Red Dead Redemption.
Ah, and I remember griefing
we'll
you on the
go
train.
back there.
Yeah,
I'll
so
come
I'll
back
just grief you now. Just grief you in real life.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. Nothing at all's changed.
Hey, but trains are... Look, I'm not really into trains, but I see some. There's so much detail to them.
Kits or like the moving choo-choo kind?
Oh, no, the kits. Some of the kits for like the locomotive ones, they look pretty cool because there's just so much
heck
stuff
yeah.
because of like all the piping, all the like because steam powered and stuff. I look at them like, that looks like a solid kit.
I'd maybe we need to get someone in to bring a kit.
I've only seen pictures of it. I haven't seen like a real
That's what I
train
mean.
kit in front of me. Maybe it's less impressive. Or maybe it's more impressive.
I've never seen one built. I've seen the choo-choo kind of the one that goes around on a little
Like the
tracks
Christmas
and-
tree.
Yeah. I'm sorry to all the train guys out there, but but you know the ones that move around and
Yeah.
like they spend like the Rob Stewart kinds.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
Rod
yeah.
Stewart that
Yeah.
he loves his trains. That guy.
But if you look online with train dioramas, it's just not the trains, but the way they've set the dioramas
Yes.
as well
Oh,
with
there's
waterfalls
the one
and
dude
things
on
like
YouTube.
yeah.
The one guy on YouTube, Luke.
Yes, the guy that does the scenery. builds.
Yeah, and then you're
Oh,
watching him and he's like making like chain link fences and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's
See,
cool.
that's what I mean. That's intense. An actual train is great,
Mm.
but
Everything
to see
else.
to world builds, literally world build. Those kits are like, whoa.
See, then why don't we just do that with tanks? Make tanks in like just a really
not
big
as-
dio. Is it because the train moves through the scenery?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen videos of like tanks, motorized tanks going through like this made up village, and it's not as there's nothing romantic.
But you can certainly learn from those techniques that are,
Oh, yeah.
that are built from the train dioramas. You can actually apply it onto tank dioramas as well.
maybe, yeah.
Well,
On a smaller scale,
yeah.
though.
Maybe I've just been looking at the wrong ones.
Yeah, but look, also a train diorama would be like of some nice town, and then a tank diorama is just destruction. So there is no real romantic nature to it.
It's like at least with the train ones, it's romantic. It's like, oh wow, the scenery, and there's like
Here, let me take you through this whole destroyed city.
yeah, and it's like, hey, doom and gloom, but
Hey, isn't that
a diorama.
well, look, we do tanks.
we do
So
tanks.
like,
I do a lot of tanks. I love tanks.
yeah, it's like, oh, cool. But then some people talk about that. It's like, as far as subject matter, it's like, oh, it's a thing of war and blah blah blah. It's there to kill people. And it's just like, well, there's not
But-
enough sci-fi kits to build.
But it's also a beauty in the engineering itself. I mean, if you look at it from that point of view, you can appreciate the way it's made, how those things work together and fit
Correct.
together, and it creates this aesthetically beautiful vehicle.
I mean, I mean, like we can go into the whole history of the actual tank itself, and like how it merged, like the cavalry and the horse of old to like knights, and you put those two together, and you got a tank.
It's like looking at these kits, right? I don't think about these are kits to destroy people. I look at it in a way as wow, that looks really good.
See, that's the thing, because what you try and invite someone to, hey, come build models. I build this tank. It killed this many other tanks.
That's true.
Because like if you try, like when I first started, I was like, oh, as far as an art thing goes, it's really cool. I wasn't like too into the history, but as I did it, I learnt about what I was building. I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, this took so long. This blah 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 in history.
Yep.
So it's like if you wanted to just keep the art side, you've just got to stick to cars, commercial planes,
Yep.
and sci-fi
No, sci-fi kills.
and space, like space stuff.
Space travel, not space combat stuff.
Star Wars.
No, we don't. Yeah, but that's still sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean like the shuttles and
Yeah.
Apollo 5 and all that. But then there's tanks, so I can't really tell you. So
But like, have you guys actually watched stuff? Like you're watching something and you go, "Oh, I'd like to build that."
ooh yeah. What recently I watched Tears of the Sun for the first
I
time.
love that movie.
Good movie.
At least twice a year.
Good
Once a year.
movie. Like
Oh, I
'cause
love it.
I
there's
love the
currently-
F4s dropping the napalm.
Yeah.
Right. I love Monica Bellucci. and that.
Of course.
Yeah, but what? Seeing the Seahawk, I saw it. I was like, oh, that's a cool helicopter. I want to build one. And then I saw how much they were for 148, and I will save that for later.
It's a beautiful kit though.
Oh yeah.
It's a fantastic kit to build. I've seen some built when I saw it in Expo. Oh, you've got to build one. If you can find one on Facebook Markets, grab it straight away.
Yeah.
There's not many around.
And many people do. The moment a helo goes on.
But I
it
don't
just
know.
goes off.
Helicopters seem to be so popular, but there's not a lot of. No one's doing them. What? Recent? What? Very, very recently.
TACOM.
Yeah, that new. They're doing helicopters.
Wow.
That's going to be a naughty kid.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a very,
you
very
reckon
naughty kid.
for Expo we should have some helos on our bench?
I think everyone's going to have helos on there.
Yeah.
If
we should yeah.
if TACOM releases TACOM
Yeah, but when's
releases
that
this kit
supposed to
before
release
Expo, I have no idea.
Because they just teased it.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Mate, if you can
I'm
find
excited.
a Seahawk before Expo, it'll be
if
so
I
good.
could get the time to build a Seahawk. Because what? I want to do the Phantom.
Oh.
Because I saw someone else's Phantom online and I was like, oh, wow, that looks cool. I want to build one. I also want to do a Tornado. I saw someone build it.
I love tornadoes.
And it looks so
Tornadoes
cool.
are great.
Swing
It
wing.
looked cool,
Yeah,
and I was
everything
like,
about
oh.
it. Especially the British with the shark mouth on it, the pink ones.
build
I
the
love them.
132.
Because the one that they did, they had the I don't know, the jets at the back. I'm no plane guy, but you know where the fire comes out the back. One of them was open, and then the other one was closed with like a cover on it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You just have one open, so it's like it's sitting there. It's like, is it being worked on? It's just parked. It's saved for later. You know.
The Rebel one's pretty good. The 132 one. I reckon that's a good one to build because that's actually quite big.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you could.
It is
I
expensive
could-
though, but
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Look, I'd probably choose a Seahawk first.
yeah.
Before a
If you
Tornado.
can, yeah. Just if you see one straight away, just mine.
But I think that's the thing, because like what, seeing it in Tears of the Sun, they had real ones. So you look at it and you're like, oh, you see how the different coloured panels are and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and like where it's because they had great shots of that
Yeah.
helicopter. So you're like, oh, I could do that.
The whole Black Hawk family.
Yeah.
Oh, just amazing. I love them.
See, but
The long range, like the special forces one. It's all black and it's got like all the things bulging out of it, all the flare and the weapons. Oh,
yeah, but I
just
wasn't really
nice.
into
The
helicopters.
long,
But then more recently, seeing like
revealing
some of like the big bulky
naughty.
helicopters, they look
Yeah.
pretty cool. They look real cool.
not the Super Stallions.
Sea Stallion.
Those kids.
Yeah, they're pretty good too.
My goodness.
They're pretty good too. They're another one that's very sought after.
They're very, very sought after. The moment they get snapped up for.
So what? Did
whatever
more
price you get.
people just have to make these helicopters? Like,
Yeah, I suppose.
what is it? Just there's only one. There's only one, so everyone goes for it.
Well, the only 48, I think it was, the 48 scale. I think that I've seen. People will comment and correct me on this. But the only one I've seen is the Academy one. Of the Super Stallion.
Oh, I think Hasegawa made some as well.
The 48.
Oh, I wouldn't say 48. I'm not too sure.
And I know there's many. There's mucho 72s, but there's the 48 ones have been only Academy, and they're like, whoa, they get snapped up super quick.
Yeah, I think they underestimated how popular helicopters can be, so they don't make as much. The airplanes are usually more popular, but I think now more and more helicopters are coming out, and they're realizing it. There is a market for helos. So I'm hoping there'll be more helos coming out in the future. I mean, Academy's got the Apache, the Cobra. What else have they got now?
Oh, they've teased this other one
Yeah.
that just uploaded their silhouette.
TACOM's got the Apache.
Yes.
All right, so more and more helos are coming out because it is popular.
And Australia's actually bought a whole bunch of Apaches,
Well,
so
there you go.
they're going to be
Everyone
very
here's gonna
popular.
be like,
for
oh, I
us.
want one. Just to add to the.
we
Yeah.
wish, someone is going to be flying
Well,
one. But
Yeah.
let's put some helos on our bench for Expo. That'll be great.
Just another thing to build in 6 months.
I've got a Cobra. I can build that
Oh yeah, I got the Viper.
you do.
I do.
Did I give that to you?
from the Academy.
yeah.
Yeah, you've got it already.
Yeah.
So you can start it now.
Yeah, I know, but then it's like the Phantom as well,
Either
Do you
or.
see my
Either
dilemma?
or.
It's a dilemma we all have to.
To build both
So you
before
get- okay.
Expo. Expo is next year, but it's not that far away.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's,
far away
it will
at
come
all.
pretty quick.
It's yeah, guys. Let's just crunch at the end. It worked last time. It's going to be great again. Come on, guys. Yeah.
We crunched the last expo. We went pretty hard.
Yeah.
Because we did that. We did Anzac Day, and then we did the expo build. We were burnt out we didn't recover for quite some time. We lost.
Yeah,
our
I didn't build anything for about 5 months after
Yeah,
that.
then we just
After that
played Red Dead.
Expo,
Same.
yeah.
No, it was good.
Well, there was that too.
Remember the good old days.
See, we're always going back to Red Dead. I think we should just play Red Dead again.
We could be playing
COD. I don't even finish.
No,
this
there's some really good campaigns, not campaigns, but the co-op
Yeah,
in COD.
there's co-op
Good
missions.
teamwork stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for us. We
and
can,
the story, like the solo campaign's great too. It's really cool. It's very diverse. It's very tactical.
There is one. I'm definitely waiting for Company of Heroes, which is more of like a
No, the
Up top.
strategy, yeah.
yeah. But I've always wanted to do like a build from because the tanks in that have got their own markings.
Mm.
That's not the way it was in World War II. But I reckon I'd like to build a Sherman with the Company of Heroes markings on it.
What, 172 or
No, 35.
just to keep it small? Like
Yeah.
you're looking at the game?
Yeah, but I just want to leave it on the expo desk and see if anyone recognizes. Why is that painted like? Why is the stars and bars on that? Why is it blue? And then there's going to be one guy going, Company of Heroes.
So just for our audience who don't know what Company of Heroes is, it's
Yes.
a World War II strategy game, real-time strategy game.
Build them up, blow them up.
Yep.
I'm a big fan. Loved it since
It's very
One.
strategic as well.
Dune 2.
Oh, June 2.
World
Wow,
of
I remember
See,
that.
No, World of Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3.
Yeah, but look, I was never into the RTS. But then what?
missing
Lockdown
out.
came along and everyone was
And
like,
yeah,
oh,
we were
let's play
playing Age of
RTS.
Empires.
But Age of Empires 2, that's a good game.
It is.
It is.
Oh, and they're bringing it to
classic,
console
though.
now.
How?
I don't know, but it's Xbox. They're bringing it to the Xbox to play on there.
How?
I have no idea because but the thing is, you have the hotkeys, yeah.
Okay.
So you
That's
could
fair enough. Fair
hotkey
enough.
it, but still,
Fair
I don't know
enough.
how you're gonna select your troops, put them into a group
But you can use mouse and keyboard now on
with the
those
Xbox.
consoles.
Yeah, you can because COD, COD you can play with mouse and keyboard on console. But then look, it is a lot cheaper than buying a PC. But then again,
as a PC purist, I'm now going, well, if consoles are going to have keyboard and mice, then why not just why not just call yourselves PC gamers then? You're not console gamers
what's
anymore.
special about PC gamers that you have some fancy
We're just
graphics card
better.
or that
We're
you have
better.
mouse and keyboard?
We're better.
Yeah, but then look, I
We're
play
just a
on,
better breed.
Yeah, but I play on
the
PC
debate,
with
the old
console
school
play.
debate.
Nah. Breeding. It's all in the breeding. It's all in genetics. We're just better people.
You're
No.
just people that spend money on graphics cards, but then complain about
Yes.
the price of games.
Yeah.
I spent way less to get a console, and my games also cost less for the same game that you have to pay more for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, where's the win?
Genetics.
And that is the
Genes.
console war discussion.
Yes. So there you go. If you want to just join in the conversation, put in the comments below. Are you a PC gamer?
Would you like to throw your money away?
Yes, I do.
Just give it to me, buy a console, and give the rest to me.
Well, there you go. We're just better because we've got more money to throw into video cards.
Well, no, I have the money. I just spend it on the games
Oh,
that you
that's a very
complain
good
about
point
buying.
too. Yeah, we've actually got more money than me.
But going back into topic about stuff that we watch and we want to build, I was watching Flight of the Intruder the other day. I thought I've got a video collection. I just thought I'd put it on. I thought, wow, those intruders are pretty good. I might build one soon.
Quite sexy.
They are big models.
Cold War things.
Oh, yeah.
They're just pretty
So,
cool.
as me, a dum-dum who not know what Intruder is, what is Intruder?
It's an attack aircraft. I'll have to show you what it looks like.
You're right.
But it was an attack aircraft. I think it was in the Vietnam War.
Oh, yeah.
And the way the seating is arranged is they're side by side.
like the F-111.
Yep.
So you can just
Yep.
sit there and hold hands.
Yeah. If you wanted to, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's like going on a date. You're going for
Yeah.
a drive. You can
Yeah.
hold hands.
Just like a drive.
Yeah.
But they're pretty big planes though. I mean, if you get the 148, it's quite huge. So if you have one on the table, it'll stand
So
out.
it's bigger than a Phantom.
Probably, yeah. I'd say so.
Phantoms like this. Yeah.
The wingspan it will be
The
bigger than the
electronic
Fang.
warfare version of the Intruders had another person in the back. Did they not?
I think that's the EA Prowler.
the Prowler.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that not the same as Intruder?
It sort of looks the same.
So what you're saying? It could be the three of us in your jet.
And then they just have a backseat guy going.
No,
let's turn up the
Well,
radio.
If it's two of us in the front and one in the back, but if it was us three, man, everyone would be so screwed.
Yeah. But yeah, that's something that I saw there, and I thought, oh, I'd like to build that. And there
They are
are options.
fantastic.
There are 148 options, so I'll explore that as well.
And that's another one of the planes that I consider like ugly pretty. Not pretty ugly, just ugly
Oh, what
pretty.
was it? Like what? That other one you were talking about, where it's got the one that we hate, where it's got the intake under the nose.
Yeah, that's the Corsair 2.
Is it?
The Corsair
And it's got
2,
like a
then
really
there's
fat
Crusader.
nose because the intake's under there, and it's like
Yeah.
ugly, and it's like stubby.
Yeah.
It's like half
stubby.
a circle. The intake.
Something
Yeah,
like
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably the Corsair.
Corsair 2 or the other one, the Crusader.
The Crusader, yeah.
Crusader.
The last of the
Or even
gunfighters.
the Lightning concept, the one that didn't make it to become the F-35. The F-35 had its own little smiley mouth.
Oh,
intake underneath.
it's the Boeing one, isn't it?
The F.
Yeah.
Y.
What, like a hood
something
scoop, but on like
upside
an
down.
underscoop?
Yeah. I can't look at. I'm like, yeah, sure. I get the engineering behind it, but it just looks like a
Yeah, but it's like
smiley
the
face.
the actual F-35. I look at it, I'm like, yeah.
Speaking of the F-35, the 148's coming out. Well, it's already out. It's out in
Tamir?
Yeah, the Tamiya one. Seen that on Facebook already. It's very, very tempting.
But what's so tempting about it? Because you look at the plane and you look at it and you're like, there's no real character to it. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, you're cool. You can do things, but you just don't
What's
look.
going to be interesting about it is what's everyone going to do with their Ming? I've got one in the
No,
stash.
what I
I've got
like
two of
about
them.
it is it's a 5th gen fighter that, that's just come out as well.
Yep.
Right? Everyone's got 4th gen fighters like F-15s, F-16s.
But
this
this
was
is a 5th gen fighter. Why didn't they have it in Top Gun?
they had the
Yes. In the beginning, you see it
Yeah.
briefly.
Then why is everyone going around in F-16s?
Okay, I've heard that there's a few reasons for this. A, because they're single seat, and they couldn't actually film anyone in the back seat because you can't fly them.
Yeah, there's no 2 set of variants.
Yeah. So, considering half that movie was filmed with the guys looking like they're flying it, but they're not. There's actually a guy in front flying the jet.
Except for the scenes where you see them in the front and someone's behind them.
Mm.
Yeah, but they'd learnt how to fly, didn't they?
No.
Or just how to
No.
ride.
No.
Look like
just
you're flying.
Ride.
Yeah.
Look like they're
Oh.
flying. And that and the fact
Except for
that-
when Tom Cruise was flying.
No, he wasn't flying. He was
He never
in the
flew?
back. No, he never flew. He was in the back seat.
Ah, well, that's a lot
Yeah.
less cool now.
I'm not saying that he can't fly.
He probably
he-
could. But
He flies. He's got his own jet.
Yeah, he's got his own
Yeah,
jet.
but
It's just the military
jets.
won't allow a civilian to actually
So
pilot
they just
it.
had to all join the military.
Unless he actually joined the
Yeah, it'd
military.
be easier to just join the military and then go fly.
I reckon Tom Cruise can afford the insurance. I don't know. I reckon.
Well,
But
yeah,
there is a
it's
scene there where it shows him and then the plane banked to the right.
Yeah.
It's.
But
not
that's
him.
CGI though, isn't it?
Well, no,
It could
but
be, but there was an actual guy who flew it as Maverick.
Yeah, but because all the F-14 stuff is CG. It was an F-16 that they replaced with an F-14. So, no, sorry. Yeah, all the Tomcat stuff, because they don't have any that actually fly anymore. So they shot it with an F-16 and then replaced it to be a Tomcat.
they reskinned it. Is
Yeah,
that
so
what
the
you're
whole
saying?
everything with a Tomcat is fake.
Wow.
I actually did not even stop to think that you're right. There is no flying F-14. Well, at least not that I know of. There probably is for air shows. Or I don't know. But
In some countries they still use it.
Yeah, but for them they didn't have.
But the Americans don't use it anymore.
one country.
Yeah, but then look, you see the F-14 looks great. You can't tell it's CG,
But I
and
didn't
then
actually
all their
stop to think
explosions look
about
trash.
that. You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't even stop to think that. Hang on. There's no F-14s in this scene right now that I'm looking at. It's not an F-14
Yeah,
there.
see, but then it's like you guys, your Top Gun, you could have just gotten an
Wow.
F-35. So
But that's how good the CGI is now. I mean, those two PAK-50s,
Yeah.
they weren't real. They're CGIs, and they look so real.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but then the explosions and the smoke trails look terrible when the SAMs are going after him. I was like, oh, come
Yeah.
on, guys. This movie was finished before Rona. What was your excuse? You had all the money to put everybody through flight training. You had all the money to do this. It's a big action movie, and your smoke trails and your explosions look terrible. And then they held the movie off for 2 years.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
What the heck,
Yeah,
man?
Come on, man. Put some money into CGI.
Also,
Unless they're like, look,
if you want to be part of the podcast, Tom
Oh, yeah.
Cruise, to answer this,
yeah,
come right in.
yeah. Look, we'd be happy to have a chat any day.
Yeah, man.
Anytime, whenever you're free.
That's
Yeah.
if you build something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, build a Mustang.
it'll be funny if Tom Cruise actually responded to this podcast.
Oh, dude.
Because but unless maybe they were like the CG doesn't have to look so cool because it makes everything else look so good.
Look, at the end of the day, I thoroughly enjoyed that
Oh, I
film.
love that movie.
Yeah.
Easily like the best blockbuster in like a long time. You know, I was having this chat last night because we were out, and then
Yep.
they were like talking about. I was like, oh yeah, Top Gun is the best action movie of the year, and they're like, yeah,
By
but what
far.
about Bullet Train?
Bullet Train was also good.
I haven't seen
Bullet
Bullet
Train was
Train.
also good. However,
It was entertaining.
I was entertained, but it is not Top Gun.
It's not Top Gun.
It's not Top. Look, you could just go in, watch any of the scenes with the planes,
Yep.
and you're like, I feel it in my heart. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, who directed Bullet Train?
That guy.
Is it what?
Him. Yep.
Because it
Him. I don't know his name. So
What, Guy
Yes.
Ritchie?
No.
No, because
no,
it
no.
feels like someone has seen Guy Ritchie and were like, let's make a Guy Ritchie movie.
Ish. Yeah, Guy
Ish.
Ritchie.
It's Guy Ritchie-esque. with the dialogue. Oh, but look, Tangerine and what is it, lemon or orange?
I love.
They're great.
as characters.
They were great characters.
There's a lot about Bullet Train that was great.
Look,
in
if they
that.
just made the movie about them
the
two,
dialogue, the story.
you didn't really need Brad Pitt.
Whoa.
Hey, he's
Okay.
pretty to look at, all right?
Just slow
But
down.
character-wise, he was just he was the guy that was taking us into this world. But then, like, as a character, I like this. That's like what all these movies, like what Shang-Chi.
I'm not
The
gonna watch it.
Shang-Chi character.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
well, you're not missing out because what his character's not interesting. Everybody else is interesting. The side characters, the best friends, everybody else is entertaining, and then he's just like no personality, no nothing. I'm like, oh wow, what a great superhero you'll make.
See, with Top Gun, the aircraft themselves are
Yeah, I think
as a character in
Yep.
in the film.
It's like Fury, like
Yeah.
Fury.
Yeah, but there's look,
That's
Fury's great, but the character stuff was great too. And again,
Yeah.
Brad Pitt with the cool haircut.
The claustrophobia.
Yeah.
And again, Brad Pitt. Oh, so
See,
Brad Pitt.
look,
All the Brad Pitts.
but he definitely needed to be in that movie.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. But all the tank stuff was great, and then the fights, and then like, the
Oh,
best is just the
like,
ricochet.
yeah.
Just when they're
Wow. We don't.
yeah.
The
Look, when all the
end set-
Shermans are charging,
Oh,
and then
there's
and
so
then you
many.
get
The tiger?
just- yeah,
Yeah.
and then the ricochet, just the sound, and it's like, and like, wow, that's cool. Tanks are cool. This is cool.
It's very visual, man.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that clip.
Yes.
And the way the shell just takes out that dude, it's like, whoa. You know, you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's like Rambo, what, 4?
Oh.
When he's got the 50 cal, and everyone's just like, everyone's just getting chopped in half, and you're like, this is a far cry from the first Rambo, but, you know, I'm still having a good time. I'll watch Stallone any day. He's great. He's probably my favorite of all, like, that generation of, like, action hero.
Didn't you build a Fury Sherman?
I built a Sherman that could have been.
Oh, wow.
When it's on the Instagrams. What I set out to do is I was gonna build Fury, but I was gonna build. In the beginning of Fury, you said, "Well, I'm all that's left of whatever platoon." So this tank that I built could have been one of the other tanks that didn't make it.
Oh, okay.
So
I remember that.
Had Old Painless as the name instead of Fury.
It's got a bucket on it.
That's got it standard. If you're going to build a tank, if it doesn't have a bucket, is it really a tank?
And it's on Instagram. Is it on the
Fight me.
Facebook?
Fight me.
I 1v1 you on COD. No, wait. Hang on.
Wait, you can't.
Oh, no.
Hey,
And that's on Facebook.
it is.
Yeah.
It is on the Instagram.
Hey,
yes.
that's a nice social plug. Come hang out. Check out our kit.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, yeah, that was I can't remember who made that kit now. Come back.
Well, it's not Dragon, is it?
No, it's not a Dragon kit.
Mm,
It's me.
okay.
It's
Academy.
Not Sukimura, no, Asuki. Asuki. Asuki.
Looked like
I
just-
believe it's Asuki.
It looked just
Could
like
be
the other
saying
ones.
it wrong. Huh?
It looked like every other Sherman kit.
Well, no, this one was quite complicated.
See,
not
but
as
look,
not Dragon
Couldn't
complicated.
you just make like a Tamiya look just as good?
I don't know. Honestly, don't
You
know.
sure?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know that with some Tamiya kits, the hatches, the periscope hatches, are molded onto the actual hatch. But I like this one because it's all separate, so you can actually have the periscope up and open like it was in the movie.
Yeah, right.
But it just had all the other little intricate details that would otherwise have been molded onto a Tamiya kit. I'm suspecting there is a Tamiya Easy 8 Sherman, but I don't have that in my stash yet.
I think that's the one that I made, and made really, really dusty.
Also on Instagram.
Also, and then there's a guy that's like, "Is it really done?" I'm like, "Well, look, I've seen my car outside after a rainy day.
I remember that
Dusty.
conversation.
Good times."
Mm.
But
We had
look, looking at resin,
Mm.
not because I was looking for resin, but say
was
for
about
the
to say,
detail
man.
in the.
You've really stepped up.
Well, no, it's more that this Phantom, because my
Yes.
decals have yellowed, all of them.
Yep.
I saw stuff and people were saying you put it on a south side facing window and leave it there for a couple of days and then it should be less yellow because the UV, or you use like the stuff at like the nail salons as like a. I'm like, if that's all
So
it is,
basically just UV,
just it seems to be.
expose it to UV.
Yeah, but I could do that. and or I could spend a bunch of money buying new decals.
I think it's easier.
Yeah, it's probably easier.
Yeah, but then it's like I have to go to work to make the money to buy the thing, or I could leave it on a window for 4 days.
Work, right?
Ah, no. What a shame.
Oh, man, that'll never catch on.
I know. If only my lifestyle didn't cost so much, I wouldn't have to. Remember when like life was free? But also
No.
remember,
when I was 15,
yeah, exactly. But remember how simple your life was.
Bank of Parents or whatever. It's
Yeah,
called?
yeah. But look, it's like the more I go to work, the more expensive my life gets. So if I just work less,
Parent pay.
The expense and the pay go up in scale.
yeah,
It's
so,
right.
So I should just work less, and my life will cost less, instead of
Well-
working more to have a life that costs more.
Well, that depends.
Wow.
If you've got an expensive hobby, that's not going to work.
Exactly right. So
yeah,
how's that
no,
gonna
but the
work?
thing is, if you don't have the money for it, you can't have the expensive hobby.
That's a good point.
Thank you
My
very much.
brain's struggling to
It'll
catch
catch
up,
up.
but that's
Yeah, you're right.
because
Prove me wrong.
I'm twitching. in
Unless
my
you
left
put it
eye.
all on credit.
Yeah, but
That's
look,
gonna
think-
stuff
yeah, but
you
look,
up.
say car guys. Everyone that's into cars, they're like, oh, they're so expensive. So what do you have to do? Make more money, and then your hobby gets more and more expensive
Yeah.
because you get more and more.
Or you
ambitious.
could do up a
But
Camry.
that's what I mean, though. The more pay you get, the more expensive the stuff that you buy.
So you
Yeah.
just have to keep living.
There's a
like you
there's
have
a
no
scale
money.
on effect.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why would I do that? Why would I go to work just to live like I don't have the money to save to buy?
Commercialism.
Well,
And this is what like the communists are saying.
well, look, I just want to go to work, live a soulless life, and then die
So
old
you
age
should.
unhappy with everything.
So you should.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. And I've got to get injured in the process, so when I'm like middle age, I'll have something to complain about.
But before you do that, you should build a Phantom.
Just need to go get some decals. Yeah, but I was looking at like cockpit detail because I see Jeff. You're always talking about
Cockpit details.
Can't do a
Yeah.
plane unless it has it.
Yes.
you know?
Okay.
And
All right.
then
This
what,
is,
after
okay,
doing
all
yeah
right,
after
here we
doing
go.
PE.
I got something on this. Go.
See, look, after doing PE for the Dyna 3, I was like, that's great. What a waste of
Still
time.
haven't done that yet.
So I saw a resin kit
Yep.
because I got the Hasegawa kit for the J. And it's a full-on thing. It's really well molded. It's pretty. I'm like, oh yeah, you just paint the whole thing and just stick it inside. But then I was like, resin, something I've never done before, something that apparently takes a lot of effort. And then I'm just like, can't I just get like PE seat belts? And then
You
I see,
can- you
but then
can,
there's-
you
yeah, but then
can.
there's the other type where similar to the Japanese one, where it's you get the console and all that, and that's just like a decal, like it's
Yes.
painted PE.
And this is where I wanted to bring this up.
But is that painted PE? The painted PE, look, it's fine. It's better than what came with the kit, but it's not nearly as good as the resin because the resin looks way cooler because everything's raised individually. And then I'm just going to close it up, and then you're not going to see it.
The beauty with PE is that you can actually manipulate the seat belts, so you can have it twisted and all that sort of stuff. But then if you've got a resin kit that already has that, then yeah, that looks just as good as manipulated photo
Because
etch.
it's like the entire cockpit is resin. So all the knobs, all the things, all the everything
Yeah.
looks great.
Yeah.
But then I have to paint it.
But that's what I wanted to bring up. Those stickers those decals that are raised and already detailed and stuff. Like,
Yep.
there's gonna come a point where it's like, hey, like, what is actually modeled?
You should see Quinta Studios.
That's what I mean. They're
The
insanely
decals now, they are all
Is that-
raised.
but that's cheating.
The buttons are there.
Is that cheating? Would you consider that cheating? Like if you let's say because you enter expo stuff. If you entered your kit, right, and you painted everything in there, you painted instrument panel,
Yep.
all the buttons, all the rest.
Yep.
Did a great job. Like the glasses, the 3-head tooth, the, paintbrush and all the rest of it.
Yep.
Submitted that, and then someone submits their exact same kit, but they put those raised decals in there. Like, how do you even compete with that? Like, the moment you look at it, it's like, ooh.
Well, I mean,
what's modeled
it's
anymore?
not just the cockpit, but the whole model itself. You can have a raised cockpit and it looks pretty good, but if the rest of the model doesn't look as great, or it doesn't, fulfill the prerequisites,
Yep.
then.
But do you feel kind of robbed when it's like,
For now, with my eyes, which I don't like looking at so much, everything in magnified view.
Yep.
It's a win for me. To have a cockpit just
I see.
done by that sort of photo etch or decal, it's a win for me because I don't have to focus on so much and have to paint all these little tiny gauges and stuff like that. Yeah.
See, but well, I guess for judging, it should be judged on what you can actually physically do.
Mm.
And you take points away if it's like, hey.
Well, that depends on the judges. You know, I mean, if you do have a cockpit that's
Judges.
just pretty much photo etch, and then you have someone that actually puts effort, I think that guy who's put effort in painting might get a couple of points extra.
Yeah,
it
but
really
you
depends
get
on the
points for
judge.
doing photo etch
I don't know, to be honest.
because photo etch is a pain.
Mm.
This guy suffered pain, but this guy just painted.
I'd love. Maybe we'll get a judge.
Yeah,
on,
we'll get a judge and see.
We'll get a judge on.
Pick their brain and see.
Just like, which one's better?
It'll be
Which one's-
really
yeah.
interesting, like a resin seat with the seat belts already molded on, versus someone who just puts the PE, versus someone who just gets an outer box, versus other stuff. Like, how do you grade those?
It's also how well you put it together. You can have, you know, the Quinta Studios that look really good, but it's not stuck well together or it doesn't correlate, then you'll lose points.
Yeah,
for
but
that.
say
So-
if you built 3 of the different type, outer box, resin, photo etch, everything else is put together. The only thing different is the cockpit. Which one would you say would be better?
I'd prefer the one with the actual Quinta Studio photo etch.
I do love them.
Yeah, it's
I have
actually
to
raised
buy-
decals, not a
it's-
photo etch. Sorry.
It's incredibly good.
It just complements the look of the
Yeah.
whole aircraft. If the aircraft looks realistic, and then, you know, inside, you know, when you do
That's the
paint,
main focal point for a plane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you see some people that can paint things so tiny so well. So really, you just got to get good.
Yeah. You've got to get good.
So
I mean,
then
Have good eyes as well.
Yeah. Well,
I'm out.
You know.
Yeah, I'm out.
We all wear glasses.
Yeah.
I've got bulletproof glass. In
And
this
plus,
one.
when I'm working at work, my eyes are constantly focused on small things, and then I go home and constantly focus on small things. It just.
That's why you got to sit back, relax, and watch COD on a big screen. And
But
play
then I'm
that.
also constantly looking at small things because there are guys hiding in the corner after, you know, have
Yeah,
a
but
look.
like, what FOV are you running at?
100.
I'm on 120.
Yeah.
The bad
No,
guys are
I
really
tried
tiny.
120, man. I started feeling a little bit nauseous. So I started with 80, and then I went with 120, and I go, all right, let's do 100,
Yeah,
and then
but
work
they got
out
a
way
lot
up.
of stuff now, which is pretty good for people that get motion sickness.
Yeah.
They got a lot of in the options for like accessibility. It's like this will reduce motion sickness. This will reduce. There's like 4 different things you can do.
I'm
to
gonna
fix it.
turn all those on.
No, when I started playing, right,
All of them.
I told Aqua I'm feeling nauseous, and he told me go into the options, and I go, okay, let's do that. Wow, it works. So if you're one of those guys that gets motion sickness,
all those guys.
Yeah, should work for you.
Okay. All right.
What is it?
But first, again, I've got to get caught.
Just give in. Just be patient. Do it.
All right,
do
tomorrow.
it.
Mm. But yeah,
Why
yeah.
tomorrow when you can do today?
Because I won't be home tonight.
So you
You
can
know what you-
install while you're not home.
You know what you do? You
Because
go
your
home,
internet's a bit.
point.
go home, install it. By
That's
the
a
time you
good
get home from your
point.
party, it'll be ready, and we'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
And no sleep for Greg.
When have you ever had sleep?
I'd like some. I hear about it all the time, and I want to try it. I haven't slept well
You've had the last
since the
5
80s, man.
days.
I'd like to have a sleep again.
Yeah, but I feel like at least 20 of those
So what do you do
years-
at night?
Phone, like,
Well,
what is that?
Yeah,
Just
when you're
watching-
messaging us stuff that at like 1 in the morning.
When I go in when I go down that rabbit hole.
Down that
that
rabbit
rabbit hole of
Yeah.
just giffies.
Oh,
and then you just
dude,
wake up. Oh, I
you
wake up.
loved them.
Well, I wake up for work at 3 and it's like, Greg.
You loved.
And then you'll be like,
I was
oh,
in
I'm too
tears.
tired. Why?
I was in tears watching each and every one of those things. It was incredible.
I think we should confiscate your phone before you go to bed.
Each one of those was gold, and you know it. It was all comedic geniuses. Like people falling
Yeah,
over.
but the thing,
hilarious.
the thing is, if we don't sleep, we're okay. Whereas you, if you don't get
if I'm
sleep,
not
you're
sleeping,
like,
no one is. No one on any one of the chats that we're on is gonna get some sleep. You're lucky. I'm just putting it.
I
there.
get 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night, so I'm okay.
But listening to the Joe Rogan, when you had the sleep guy on there saying anything less than 7 is detrimental to your health.
That's
I'm
fine.
already missing bits.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah,
good.
well, look, I am the most healthy.
Yeah,
I am young.
Yeah, you're young.
And you guys.
we've given up on sleep.
You're half my age.
Yeah, look, no, but there was a time because work, I was only doing like 2 to 4 hours of sleep every day, and then you're just
Yeah, we did
drinking
that.
lots and lots.
We
and lots
tried
and lots
that.
of coffee.
Clubbing.
Yeah,
all
but
the
no,
rest
this
of
was
it.
just for work. This was just to get around. So it wasn't even for fun.
Oh,
But then
Lord.
I would also do it for fun. So I was just constantly on like no sleep. And everyone's like, bro, you're so chill. I'm like, yeah,
I'm sleeping on the inside.
yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, get COD, install it. No, download it before
download
you
it tonight.
download it
This is
before
the
you go to
peer pressure
party.
Yeah, and I hope you give in.
I will.
Yeah, good.
I've never been good at peer pressure.
We should create a segment peer group pressure.
I've never been
Yeah,
good at
finish
it.
your kit, Greg.
No,
Do it. Do it. Finish the
That's
kit.
different. Everyone else finishes their kit.
Well, you don't
I
need to
should
be
try.
different.
Yeah, true.
Look at this guy, so special. He doesn't finish his kits.
For the record, I'd like to finish a kit. I just see another kit that I really want to start.
See, I'm more about my hard part's the starting of the kit. Well, no, also finishing because I've got ones that are like, it's just got to weather the tracks on like 6 different tanks. But then starting.
Do you feel like when you're working on a kit, you just skip out on the boring bits?
Oh, yeah.
And then you put it back in the box 'cause you don't want to work on the
I think
boring
that's the
bits?
downside to tanks because there's tracks on all of them. But all like magic tracks and all that, I'm like, yeah, cool. I don't have to cut it out, but I still got to stick it together. You haven't really helped me. So that's why I might, jump over to planes for a tiny touch. It's like, build, which is also a pain. There's just nothing. Build and then paint. Build and then paint. There's just so
First
much-
world problems.
Oh, I know.
The
Why is
problems
my
of the
life so
hobby.
hard?
The problems of any hobby.
Yeah, well, this one specifically. Because look, it's not like I'm working on a car. I can't just turn it on, sit there, be like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing it. I'm just gonna look at this unfinished thing and be like, why?
Okay, so at what point in let's say a tank, what point in that kit do you go? I see it now.
when you've like built the body
Yep.
and it's got P and everything sitting there, and you're looking at it and it's unpainted, and you're like, damn, that's a beefy kit. Like I got a Panzer IV, a Dragon one, and I'm looking at it unpainted. I'm like, oh, you look pretty cool, don't you? Now I got to go paint you. And then I got to do the tracks, and then I got to do the weathering, and it's just, and then you get to weathering, like the Stug. I still haven't finished it. You remember that Stug from the group build like a million years ago?
Right.
Still haven't finished it because I'm like looking at it. I'm like, one, I haven't weathered in a long
Have you
time.
painted it?
Yeah, I painted it. I started weathering. It just looks like it rained.
Okay.
That's it. I just put oils and went, whoop, and then
Tracks on?
I painted them
Oh.
because they're individual, so they have to
Yeah.
be super glued together because I broke
they-
them a little bit. But
Are they on the kit?
no, because they're separate.
Yep.
I had to paint them separate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you painted? You have painted.
I have painted everything.
Are they on the kit?
No.
Okay.
Is it the
Oh, no,
tracks
I'm not
for you?
judging.
Is it the tracks for you that detracts you from finishing it?
I think it's I'll be on a roll,
Mm.
and then it's the end of the weekend, and then I have to go live my life, and then unless I go back to it next weekend.
Okay.
Look, see, I'm more of I'm more of a social. I can't sit there and be like, I'm just going to build it because I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it because we're all hanging out and we're all building it, It's like-
You've got to
Yeah,
have that
well,
motivation.
All the weeks
Yeah,
we
I
come
gotcha.
down here, we're sitting downstairs here at Andrews and we're building. I'm like, yeah, and then I'll go home and then I'll build it. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is great. And then it's the next day. I'm like, what's a kit? I don't know. I don't touch those things. So
I guess that's what's good about having a lot of stash is that you can just put it back in the
Yeah,
box
Right.
and start another.
and start another one.
Right.
Hmm.
Guys.
And that's probably that's.
great.
It's funny how the moment we say back in the box, we all just look at Greg. It's
know
a
why.
natural thing now. It's like back in the box.
So persecuted.
See, look, say what? Because I've built one Phantom, never finished. I got up to weathering, and that was the first time I was
one
trying.
Phantom not finished. I've got like 3 in the boneyard.
Yeah, look, I've got a SU-37 that's unpainted. Built it years ago. It's just been
did?
sitting there unpainted. It's a huge thing.
Actually,
Huge.
you bought that kit when we first went to the first.
the Ballarat one?
The Ballarat.
Yeah.
Swap and sell, which is where all this started. When
Yep.
on the way
Yeah.
back, we stopped by.
And we had $1 million idea.
We did 5 years
And
ago.
all you can eat pizza.
All you can eat Pizza Hut.
Oh man, I could do pizza right now. Man, I'm hungry because I'm trying to do the health and fitness. So
Why? Why?
to be beautiful.
It won't catch on, dude. You
Yeah.
can be beautiful, like thick as in.
We
Yeah,
were there
yeah.
once. Once.
30, man. Come on, get with.
Yeah,
I
but-
tried to be cool, man.
Yeah, but I'm trying to look at it. I'm like, wow, that's cool. You look cool. So I'm like, I'm gonna try that. I'm vain. All right. I am.
There's no problem with that.
So vain.
It's all right. We love
Like,
you
mate,
because
you've seen
you're
me play Red Dead. I'm just all about the skins and everything and dressing up my
You're also
character.
female.
And
in
then
Red
like
Dead.
I get tanks because they look cool. So I'm trying to do the health and fitness just to look good.
Well, you care about aesthetics, which translates pretty good for models. 'cause
And you are getting
Exactly.
married. You are getting married.
Yeah, I'm getting married, so I want to be beautiful.
You have to get
so
ready for
yeah,
the
so I can let
photos.
myself go after, and then my children can be like, "Wow, you look so cool." I'm like, "Yeah, something you could only hope to do."
Wow.
I want to set the bar so high that they'll feel like they'll never reach it. That's what I want to do.
See, your attitude is if you're going to do something good, look good doing it as well,
Oh, look,
right?
if you're going to do something, overdo it and do it well. And if you're not, you know...
You don't have to be great at it. Just look good doing it.
Exactly. It's all about
I
style.
love it.
Yeah. So imagine,
should write a book.
imagine sitting here at the table all buff and beautiful going, oh yeah, mate, I build kits. And then just using tiny tweezers, but my arms are like, oh, you go.
I can't put it together. I'm so flexed already.
Oh no, I dropped something on the floor. Let me just lift the table.
You know what'd be good for that? Pre-workout.
Mate, it's speed build kits.
You're trying to hold
Oh,
tweezers like
jeez.
It's like,
No. Building a photo etch cockpit on pre-workout.
oh, good lord.
172.
I'm out.
Is there 172 PE?
Oh, there is, but
Wow.
it won't be as much as a 148 one.
Because what, all the knobs and like shifter thingies in the cockpit for the Japanese plane, they
Mate.
were like, I put a photo on it on social, and it's like the end of my blade and like a toothpick, and they're like
One of those.
stupid.
The moment one of those things go ping, I ain't even gonna try.
I
to look
tried
for it.
so hard to not lose any of it.
The Edward ones where it's even got
That's
for the
gone, it's
knobs.
gone.
Yeah, no, it was an Edward one.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Edward
You've got to
one,
be
yeah.
careful that thing doesn't go.
Yeah.
Because once that goes,
That's it.
that's it. You're
Once
done.
it's gone, it stays gone.
Oh, I had it
Yeah.
for a time.
You be gone,
When
stay
I had
gone.
everything modeling downstairs, I was just like, never vacuum this carpet. Never.
You can, but use a pantyhose on the at the end.
Excuse me, big brain. All right, okay.
I saw
just
that on
left it
YouTube.
there and hope that I pick it up
That makes sense.
in my travels.
No,
Yeah,
it was on YouTube. I saw this clip where this guy's vacuuming it, and it had a pantyhose in the end. And when he turned it off, all the stuff that was that he needed was on the end of the
So-
vacuum hose.
So with the dog hair and the
Well,
What?
well, all his
Crushed
all his
chips.
all the stuff that he's lost. You know, like he was looking for something, and then
Will to live, it's just, it's all there.
my soul. Bits of my broken soul. But yeah, it's one of those things. That's actually genius.
yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. That's like
And then there's us dum-dums that are like,
How
let
do
me
I
just
do
go
it?
on my hands and knees and go find it for the next
Yeah.
5 hours.
right. Oh my goodness.
There's some people that are just better than us. It's amazing.
There's plenty of people that's better than us.
Everyone is.
Imagine being smart. You know how people use 10% of that whole thing? Like, we probably don't even
but this
now.
but this whole conversation about the hardest things to build, it's being real. This is what modelers go through.
Yeah.
It's not about just watching a YouTube clip and going,
You
whoa.
can make it easy for yourself and just build out of the box and not put
Yeah.
any pressure on yourself to
Yeah.
make it look good.
Yeah, but why have peer pressure when you can just put pressure on yourself?
Yeah. But peer pressure is good.
Yeah.
So we can use peer pressure.
Yeah, but look, isn't a group build just peer pressure?
It is.
Group build saying, look, if I suggest a group build, it's for me to actually build a kit because everyone else is building the same kit.
But peer group pressure is good because you can entice someone to buy a video game.
You're right.
So they can play with with your mates.
So then we could be there at 3 a.m, all
Yeah.
hanging out together, like we used to.
It's just the amount of, Hi Greg, how are you?
So look, if say we do a
I'm
helicopter group build-
reevaluating my life decisions right now.
We'll keep reevaluating. We'll just
yeah,
keep,
and just think everything led you to this moment. So be happy.
So bad, yet so good.
Well, that's what we're here for, Greg.
Oh, I am not gonna not
Yes, you
get
are.
it. I mean, there was that other shooter. that
Yeah,
I
ready
did
or not,
get,
ready or not, that you did get.
I did get, and I did
and you
download,
haven't
and
played.
I haven't played it yet. So I succumbed to peer pressure there, but then I just.
That's the
went,
equivalent to
"Ah."
back in the box. Yeah, let me just download it and let me not play it. Oh, but man, you should play Ready or Not. It's a good time.
But here's the thing, right? But Aqua and I play, we go, "Oh, we need another person. I wonder who could that be?
yeah, we need a 3-man team. We're trying to breach this. That house? It's a nighttime mission, so you get your nods on and
COD
stuff like
or
that.
the other one?
Ready or Not, and you're
Ready or
going
Not.
through, and you got to clear the rooms and stuff. And you're like, it'd be great.
I'm
if
gonna
there was
Leroy
someone
Jenkins it. Can I Leroy Jenkins it?
No.
You certainly can, but you'll die.
Where's the fun?
You
You mean I gotta think?
And
slow and tactical.
And the hillbillies inside that house,
Oh,
they've all got aim assist like you wouldn't believe.
oh yeah, they
Are they
know
really
that you're
hillbillies?
coming
It's not
through the
really
corner.
real then.
Yeah, well, no, because but the AI on
I'm
it.
gonna go shoot him.
Well, no, the AI on it's great because they'll be like, "Oh no, I surrender,"
And
and
then
then they walk up to you and they're like, "Here's a knife," and they try to shank you,
Yeah.
and you're just like, "Oh," and then you're like, "Pah."
And you just can't walk into the room because they are hiding.
"Yeah,
an
they're
obstacle.
hiding behind everything." So it's like, I bet there's someone behind the shower. There is. They're behind. Shoot
do you
the
have
shower
any-
curtain.
do you have
But
any
then
times-
can't
I am
because you
going
have
to
like-
shriek.
Yeah,
I'm going to shriek.
You will. You will.
Yeah.
I'm going to
They're
scream
going to catch
or
you off
yell.
guard.
It's going to be a shriek.
And they just come out of nowhere because
Oh,
it's silent.
Do
as
you
well.
do you know how many times I've gone Aqua? I'm dead. Can we restart?
And that's just on like the normal difficulty because like you
Well,
unlock as you play.
Again, I'm not sure if I brought this up in the previous episodes, but that constitutes as a hobby, does it not?
Gaming,
Playing games?
absolutely.
Gaming is a
Yep.
hobby.
So this is currently relevant.
It is, and
Topic
it is
of-
Dust Hobby House.
Yeah.
So Dust Hobby House.
Yeah, but that's like
it's
what?
a
Remember
house
playing
with many rooms?
Siege, Rainbow Six Siege? That's a clencher and a half of a game.
Was that another one that I downloaded?
You played that
I
one.
do have
You
it.
actually played
Did
that
I?
one. Yeah.
Oh.
Remember the one where it's a team,
I did.
team of 6 and you have to like attack and defend and you like last man standing type thing?
Yeah, we didn't do too well on that one, did we?
No. Oh man, that was a good game. Oh, that's such a good. Look, I don't like what it's turned into, but
I
man, I
loved
love
Rainbow
that game.
Six when it was.
Yeah, at the
Early
beginning,
on.
before everyone had like all these crazy things
It
they
was
could
like
do.
Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six.
Yeah, it's great.
It's just they're strategical shooters. You
Yeah.
just can't go in there and go. "Ah."
Yeah, but what COD has modes like that, so you should play it. You got Knockout where it's 2 teams of 6 and it's last man standing type thing, but you can res, so it's all right. So you could be like about to win, but then the other team starts resing,
What's racing?
like
Spawning.
you revive your teammate.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So all of a sudden it's like,
Mm.
look, it's 2v1, and then all of a sudden it's like 2v2, 2v3, 2v4. And you think, oh no, and then you have to, but it's good.
There was another zombie one that we started to play, and then Aliens we got into
Oh yeah,
quite a
we
bit.
got, no, because World War Z, that was okay.
Mm.
No, but this is all lockdown games. I think the bar dropped for lockdown games. Like, because
Yeah, we
playing
did a
World
lot-
War Z...
We did do a lot of gaming in lockdown. We
Yeah,
did a
because
lot of
World War
things.
Z was alright, and I played that with some
Ironically,
other
we did
mates.
more in lockdown than we did
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when we're out.
Well, we were locked down.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Mm.
now that we're not locked down,
yeah, look at
We
you guys
do-
going back to work. All of us going back to work.
that
We'll
is so true.
remember...
Work again.
I know. If
Mm.
only...
Such a necessity, but so good.
Such an inconvenience.
all
The
the
best
possibilities.
the best 8 to 10 hours of the day are spent somewhere else.
Hmm.
So this is the current dilemma. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but what?
Talk about it.
My partner,
Hmm.
Yes.
she'll get home from work
Yes.
at 7. This last week, I've been in bed at like 7:40. So what? We go get married, we move in, and then it's just like, hi, bye.
40 minutes of quality time.
No, because she might get home and sit in the car for
Oh,
half hour.
okay.
She's like, oh, this was a day at work. And then I'll be like,
it's
finishing my
like
day,
somebody
going
on
to bed.
day shift and night shift.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Yeah.
like, well, this is great. At least we spend money on rent now.
Yep. Well,
So
Yeah.
I'll probably just have to quit the job.
Well, I'm pretty sure you'll have a different job in the near future. You're not going to be staying.
It's warehouse.
Yeah.
So look, I am just a number to them, and
Mm.
they are just a paycheck to me.
Not just a number, Aqua.
I'm a very long number to them.
Well, you're there to cheer up. You're there for morale.
Well, no, I'm only a 5. Look, yeah,
You're
look.
a
As
great
far as
guy
the
to be
people go,
around.
as far as the people
Come
go,
on,
yeah.
buddy.
Hey, when I was doing
You
club
can
gigs,
do it.
yeah, look, when I was doing club gigs back in the before time,
Back in the day.
we got a new manager, and because I was like the tech guy, and I had it really good there, really good. And then they were walking around because I would end up just chatting to people because my job was pretty cruisy.
Ugh.
And then they're like, "So what do you think of this guy?" And had multiple people say, "He's the heart and soul of this place."
You.
Me, so I am there
Aw.
for the people,
Mm.
and they couldn't let me
Dude,
go. And then they
see?
tried to get another guy for me to train
As
to
you.
take over my job.
Ugh.
And then I only taught him how to run it,
Irreplaceable.
and I taught him. I didn't teach him how to fix anything, so things would break. So then
That's
they would
the
have
spirit.
they would have some days where they didn't roster
That's
me
the
on.
spirit.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm just keeping my job security.
Dude, nice.
Yeah, look, I play
Good
the
play.
long game. I play the long game.
Good
You
play.
need me. Oh, I had one that one of the trash Star Wars came out, and I had my phone on Do
Which
Not
one?
Disturb.
Trash.
So many.
I think it was the last
all
one.
of them.
Yeah, the last one. And
Anything
'cause I
post
saw it-
88.
Yeah, because I saw it.
No,
I saw it in IMAX.
4, 5, and 6 was pretty good. Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love me
prequels. Is it the
the
prequels?
the original.
The originals.
Oh yeah, 4,
Yeah,
5,
yeah,
6
yeah.
are great.
Yeah, but what? I think it was 9. You know, that disappointment.
Gets
So-
confusing.
Anything after everything after Jedi,
Yeah.
except
Yeah.
Rogue One. Love Rogue One.
Rogue
love,
One's great.
Love Andor. Love Mandalorian.
Look, Andor dropped off after episode 6.
Dude, get back
Because I was like, I was watching. I'm like,
Get back
hey,
on it.
what's his character's name?
him. Yep.
Yeah, him. One, I don't remember his name. 2, his character doesn't develop.
It-
I'm watching. Look, no, look. Think about it. It's been how long? Are the episodes 40-something minutes long.
Cassian.
Cassian.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
definitely
actually,
a name.
His name is Andor.
Oh, well,
Cassian
I thought it was
Andor.
like a planet. No, because that's Endor.
No,
That's Endor.
This is Andor.
Andor.
Get it right.
Dude.
Yeah, but I'm watching it and I'm just
well,
like...
it could be and or. But
That's one.
Yeah, his character just... And then everyone's just talking to him about stuff and how... I'm like, bro, nothing's happening. And then you have like the whole heist thing. Look, the way they did the heist and everything was good. As far as
Yeah, man, the
filmmaking goes,
build-up.
was great. I felt it when I was watching it.
MG34.
I'm like, yeah, this is a cool thing.
Yes.
And then she's running around with the laser AK. It was great.
Did not
She
like
had the mag in there. So I'm like, is that where you
did
keep
not
your
like
lasers?
It's a battery pack.
Probably. Look, that's probably how they'll explain it away.
Sure.
Everything's law.
I think they stopped trying in their old prop department.
Yeah. Look, more than
I
Halo.
mean, they
but-
did have. I'm not sure what it was, but it looked AK-ish in Return of the Jedi when they raided. Yeah, one of the rebels
Yeah,
had
but
this
did
little
it
thing,
have
had the
did it have the
iron
mag
sight.
in there?
I don't.
Because if it didn't have the mag, you could be like, oh yeah, this is a blaster, not a gun.
Yeah, that's when the prop department actually had to go at featurizing it.
See, but then it's like
Base-
Han's pistol.
yeah, that's an old
Yes.
gun. You can use that in Red Dead
Yeah,
too.
but then it's
The
just like,
broom
where do you
handle.
put the
Amazing.
lasers? I don't know the lore. If it's like the kyber crystal is like something tiny that generates all the
All of it,
unlimited
yep.
power.
Mystical.
Unlimited
It's a long
power.
time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, and then we lost all the technology. So really, we don't need to know the lore because they could have lost all the sacred texts, especially after they all burned.
The Aztecs had them.
Well, see, okay, one of the things I didn't like about Andor is the fact that they brought in one of them actually swore and dropped the S-bomb.
Excuse me, sir. This is a children's thing.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. It dropped the S-bomb, and I'm thinking, whoa, that's an Earth word. How did you, a galaxy far, far away, non-human person?
No, maybe he's traveled all the way to... No, they played a game, and that's the only thing that they carried on.
Technically can, I suppose, if you want to think
It
about
can,
it. Someone
but then-
traveled.
Yeah, but then how
and
long
made it
time
to-
ago is a long, long time ago? Like 100 years?
Yeah, there's no specific dates.
Yeah, so if it's got English with English
30s.
swear words...
30s was a long time ago.
So if we jumped over a couple galaxies, we could have stormtroopers and
Well, yeah, I mean,
the
someone
galaxy,
someone
you know?
stopped by Earth in
And was like, well, this is a disappointment. The only thing worth taking from here is swearing.
From Andor.
Yeah, well, then why didn't they enslave all of Earth if we're so primitive? That'd be the first thing to do. Well, no, but if they were the rebels and all that, then who swore? Like, rebel or like
yeah,
the bad guys?
badish guy.
Like, as in like under Vader kind of bad guy? Them? Whatever they're
Yeah.
called. Yeah, well then why didn't they take over Earth?
Imperial wannabe.
Yeah, well, why didn't they take over Earth then?
I don't know. Who's to say that it didn't?
Because I'm there watching the movie.
Well,
But then
It could
it's not
be.
set on Earth, though, is it?
No.
So possibly they've taken over Earth and
Yeah, and in this
humans
in
have
this
colonized somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, but then why is everyone human? But then it's like they haven't described where everything came from, because if here it's like, you got creationism and then the Big Bang. It's like, did the Big Bang just create humans on every other planet?
Well, this brings
There's
up
a very specific-
This
Well,
brings
with
up quite a few.
hyperdrive and light speed, they could discover another galaxy where humans are there.
It's like, wow, you two, wow, you have two
Parallel
arms, two legs,
universe.
and
Yeah.
well, no,
Extent.
wouldn't that make us the parallel universe?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could make them an extended
Oh
parallel.
yeah, man, Star Wars is real.
Non-canon. I don't know.
Oh, but it looks great. New
Disney's going to
Avatar.
change it anyway. So.
Ooh,
New
the new
Avatar.
Avatar.
Really?
Yeah, look, dude,
You haven't seen the
they
trailer?
released it.
I've seen Avatar, the first one, and
Yeah,
I
but
loved
did you
it.
see it in IMAX in 3D?
I saw-
If not, you haven't
I saw
seen it.
Dancing with Wolves. It's the same thing with
Yeah,
Kevin Costner.
however-
Not blue. Not blue, Kevin Costner.
But that's like building one Stug and then building the next variant of the Stug. Same, but different.
so
and some are
many
better than
versions
others.
of no.
And also, The Last Samurai probably does everything better.
What are we talking about again?
Avatar.
Avatar.
Yeah, dude.
the blue people.
Yeah, the blue people. Not The Last Airbender. What? Recently they re-released it in IMAX.
I was thinking that at the
I
start.
felt totally racist. then. The blue people.
Yeah, the big,
Them.
tall, big,
The blue
tall
ones,
guys.
yeah.
The ones that
That-
do things to trees.
Well, hey, trees, animals, and each
Animals,
other.
yeah, they
They
touch-
do
they
things
touch
to
their
trees.
tail and with their
Yeah.
the naughty ponytail.
Hey, look, Cameron invented it.
Well-
Ask him.
I'd love to. James, come on, give us a call, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be funny if he did respond to that.
It's like, so the reason why I got their ponytails to touch.
I'd love that.
It's like a Vulcan mind meld, but it's physical.
Oh, it's so wrong.
Okay, I may have worded that differently.
Imagine, right? You're there as like the first humans studying this, and then they go, "Oh, whoa! What's he doing with that? Oh, whoa!
See,
How are
but-
we gonna write that down?
Yeah,
How
but
you
they give
put
it,
that in a
but they
report?"
put close-ups and stuff. Because look, I went and saw it in IMAX recently
Oh.
for the re-release, and dude, seeing that movie in IMAX, it's great use of 3D, but whatever. But seeing it look for being such a 2009,
I think-
being such an old movie, it
think
looks
for the
beautiful.
Technical feat of
Yeah, but
Avatar
but
was
even the
amazing.
storytelling, watch it on a big screen
But
with big
seeing
sound.
it again now that all the wow factor is put aside, and now it's just minus the wow factor. Can they really tell a better?
Yeah, but when was the
story?
last time you watched the movie? When have anyone told
Maverick.
anyone?
I think it's still pretty good. If you watch it just watch it now.
I'll watch
but,
the trailer,
yeah,
okay,
but look,
fine.
watching
Yeah.
Maverick in the cinema compared to watching it at home.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a bit of a limb here, but when I saw the first Avatar, I was actually rooting for the Marines because they had the mechs, they had the big friggin'
And they still
105 millimeter chain fed 105. I'd like
yeah,
to
but
think in
look,
my head
watching it on
chain
the
fed
big
105
screen
millimeter.
with the
Oh.
big sound when they take down the tree
Oh.
and all the color of the world is gone, and you're like, oh no, they're destroying this
With all the colours
civilization.
of the wind.
do you think that's what the director wanted though? Like,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you watch
absolutely.
this on the big screen, you will enjoy
See,
it
but
more.
look, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
because during Rona and everything, when people are like, nah, they're just trying to get us into the cinemas and stuff, and then it's like, but no, you have to see it big in your face, big
Well,
sound,
that's,
big vision.
That's why they have home
Big
theaters.
blue people bits.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Look, you go all this trouble to have a home theater. I'm like, most people don't. Most people have
Like
a
TV and a
mid-sized
sound bar,
TV
yeah.
and a
I'll
sound
watch
bar.
it on my phone.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, this movie. Blah, blah. I'm like, bro, you go to a concert, you
Yeah.
listen to your music loud. Why
Yeah.
won't you watch your movie loud? It's the same idea. You sit there in your car and you crank it, and you're like, yeah, this is a great song, this is a banger. But then you want to watch a movie down really low with subtitles. Get out of here. Get out of here,
That's
mate.
a good argument.
Go to the movies.
Yeah.
Watch it on the biggest screen you can with the biggest sound you. Oh, have you seen now?
With all the popcorn you can eat.
Oh, yeah, look, that's the thing. Because that's the concessions. But I'm like, bro, the amount of money you waste on other stuff, don't tell me you don't want to spend money on popcorn. This hobby, $20 popcorn, a $20 kit you'll never build.
I cannot, nor have I ever watched a movie without bringing something in there to snack on. It's
Like, I get
I
it if you
cannot.
can't afford it, that's cool. Because, yeah, cool, I get it. That's fine.
okay, fine if you can't.
But
afford
otherwise,
it,
if you're just
go
making
to the movies when you
excuses.
can afford to, like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
but if you're just
come on.
making excuses because you're like, oh, you're just jumping on that train. It's like, mate, go get a
I mean, okay, I
personality.
agree. There are some movies that you have to see on the big screen.
Yeah, but
Maverick, we had to see it on the
yes,
big screen.
yes.
You guys saw it on
Sorry, on
IMAX.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But seeing that is like big sound, everything.
It also depends on what type of movie. If it's a drama, it's got a lot of vocals. You don't need to watch it on the cinemas, right?
Big screen.
But if it's like
yeah,
has a
I-
lot of
right.
explosions and things like
Yeah.
that, and you want to feel the low frequency rumbles and the bullets whizzing past, going from left to
Especially
right.
now
but
with
Yes.
Atmos.
watch that in the big screen.
What I saw Interstellar in this year. I've just gone to IMAX a lot. Recently saw I saw 2001. I originally saw 2001 at home, and I watched it, and I was like, "This is a dumpster fire." I hated it. Look. I also didn't like Godfather the first time I watched it. I recently rewatched it, and I was like, "This is good." 3, I understand why no one likes it. 2 is great. As far as like it tells the story, everything well. I still like the Goodfellas better. Goodfellas for me is still the best out of that genre. But seeing 2001 in IMAX, I was like, this film was
it made
made like
sense.
what, before Star Wars?
Yep.
And it looks
And
pretty
it
good,
looks
yeah.
amazing. Everything
you
holds
have to put
up.
yourself back in those days.
Yeah, I know. That's
no
that's
one's
what,
seen anything.
That's
like
what
that
I always
before.
say. Just put yourself as if this was the first time you've ever seen
Yes.
it. But the thing is,
Mind-bending.
even now, it still holds up.
Yes.
But like the
even
sound and everything.
even some of the old movies,
Yeah.
Oh,
they
heck yeah.
still look pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
even
Good, Bad,
westerns,
Good
when
Bad,
you watch,
Ugly is
yeah.
a beautiful movie. And it's
Especially
such,
westerns.
I watched that for the first time a couple of years back. I was sitting there doing tracks, and because it was the first time I'd ever seen it, I was doing the Dollars trilogy, and then I got to the big shootout at the end, and then I was sitting there and I was like, I feel it in my heart. Like that's the thing,
Great.
like good
Zulu
storytelling.
is still amazing.
Yeah, like good storytelling transcends time. So, a good movie is a good movie, even if it looks ugly.
Poltergeist.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
what is it?
that's
Casablanca.
Exorcist?
That's a good movie.
I still haven't seen Casablanca.
What do you? It coming out on Blu-ray 4K very soon.
Do I
Or it
want to
might
watch
be
it
out
in
now.
4K with everything crystal?
Well, see, that's
so crisp. No,
yeah,
I'm
but the
not
thing
sure.
is, what older movies? I think because me growing up watching older movies, I've only seen it in like HD or less. I think this is the movie feel. But what I recently bought the Heat 4K Blu-ray.
Heat is amazing.
Heat's a
Heat's
great
pretty good.
movie, and then I watched it in 4K, and everything's crispy and clear. I'm like, you're a great movie, but now I can see it.
Do you know that's actually Val Kilmer?
Mm.
Is the way he changes mags and the whole gunfight is still taught in.
That's
in
pretty
schools.
accurate.
Yeah, but yeah, I've seen people talking about that. How all his like the discipline and stuff was great, but it's also a great scene. But then listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool.
Do you know that Val Kilmer's also in Top Gun as Iceman?
I know.
How great is Top Gun?
Well, to end it on that note, Top Gun, fantastic movie.
Go see it.
But yeah, I think that's it for us.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
See you later, boys.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
guys.